piece is super hot. And I'm gonna cut all of this yellow. For the poly burlap sunflower, we do use a wood burner because it helps seal that mesh a little bit. Oh, that's like 3 of 36 or something. 3, 4. No, I really don't need to count because we're using the whole roll for this. Most important part is to stay between the lines. Listen, if y'all are from New Orleans, I've seen some of y'all drive. I know that's a little difficult, but we're gonna try our best. Good thing it ain't a roundabout. Y'all, the worst part about this wood burner is how short the cable is. Like, they got us on a leash. Oh, let's see if I can find you guys real quick. Let's just use our phone because the iPad's still freezing. There we go. Mute that. Hey, hey. What is the length for cutting? 10 inches. 10 inches. Do you have to cut the pieces with one of the burners? You don't have to. I find that it makes for a much neater petal. All right, like I mentioned, I'm not going to be reading the comments as attentively until we get through this stage, because we are not trying to have a burn victim. Y'all, this little thing is like 300 and something degrees. If you're gonna do this and you're gonna make a lot of these flowers, I recommend like one day when you've had a lot of coffee, you just sit there and cut your poly burlap and you just have it all ready to go. I got my cutting board at Walmart, not Walmart, Amazon. Amazon cutting board. Hello, Jane. First time in a long time. Jane, where you been? Why you been too good for me, friend? Just kidding, but for real. The smell? I personally don't have any smell. Is this a replay? Girl, no, I'm right here, right now. Y'all, if you're ever watching a live and up there in the top corner, it's red, that means it's live right now. Real life. We're almost done with the yellow, thankfully. Almost done. I lied. We still have a lot. You met Jordan. Awesome. Yeah, Jordan should be on the page every once in a while. He should be here and on the YouTube. You've always wanted to try this? You totally should. So we're just cutting all of the yellow at 10 inches. How big of a roll? 10 yards. All of the rolls are the same size. Now, y'all, this is the first time that I've ever made a sunflower on the large board. So, y'all might be in for a treat tonight. How big is the flower going to be? I'll let you know when we make it. All right, this last one falls just slightly short. Okay. Now, I actually looked at a sunflower when I thought about doing this project. Before we do that, we're going to go here. Now, y'all, if you bought the kit, in the kit, I said you have to like find your own way to attach your flower center because I ran out of U-pins. So you can use floral wire, paper clips, whatever you have available. So for me, I just grabbed a piece of floral wire and I cut 2 pieces about 2.5 inches. And I am gonna fold those in half. Fold those in half. Then I'm going to take a pipe cleaner and I'm going to put it right across the center. And I'm going to use these 2 little things like so. Okay. Y'all, then I'm going to take my hot glue and I'm going to put a whole lot of hot glue over that whole section. Then I'm going to use something other than my finger to push that little piece of floral wire down flat. Okay, y'all, then I'm going to use a little piece of scrap ribbon and I'm going to put it right on top of there. And I'm going to push that down into the glue. Once again, not touching it. Add a little bit more. Okay, now the reason that I added that piece of scrap ribbon is because I wanted that hot glue to seep up through the fabric and into the styrofoam. All right, now I'm just gonna set this off to the side until we need it. All right. Now, back what I was saying a while ago, whenever I looked at how a real sunflower looks, the base of a real sunflower, the whole way around it is green leaves. And then the sunflower starts coming out of those green leaves. So I'm gonna do green petals all the way around the outside. So we're gonna need 16 pieces of the green. Y'all, all my yellow just fell off the table. I'm gonna have to go get it. All right, so that first little crazy edge, I'm gonna cut that off. All right. So we're gonna need 16 of the green at 10. Unplug wood burner. We still cutting. Where can you get a wood burner? You can get one at Walmart or Amazon or Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Google where to buy a wood burner for all right, let's get these cut, y'all. These are also 10 inches. What is 60919? If you're on our text message list, you got a text message about 60919 the last 2 weeks, I guess. Y'all, it was so hot that it remelted back together. What the heck? And now I don't know how many I cut. We're gonna cut 5 more, just for good measure. I think I only need 2 more, but I don't want to unplug it and then not have enough. Linda, you know what I saw today? Was that some people responded to me at like 6 or 7 p.m. saying that they had just got the text message and it was already sold out. Y'all, I sent the text message at 1:50 something. So I don't know why some phone carriers were so delayed today. But 60919 was available for over 2 hours today. All right. Girl, this ain't no replay. We here. All right, I'm gonna move all this out of our way. Gonna grab our flower board. Now listen, I know somebody's about to get their panties twisted, but don't. If you were making this to sell it to your customer, I want you to look at the board and I want you to do it backwards, okay? So where it says unique in the creek, that's the side I need you to decorate on. Why? Because, you guys can barely even see it on camera, but right here it says unique in the creek. What you don't want to do is be a business and sell your wreaths, and then your customer, every time they walk out their door, they see unique in the creek, right? Where do you think they're gonna go type in on the next time they want a wreath? right? Now listen, I know somebody is about to text Lori and say, oh, Damon said to hide your name. Do it, I don't care. Me and Lori are friends. She knows. I tell everybody this. All right. So, get your zip tie. Look, you need to know where you got the board, not your customer. All right, y'all, now we're gonna take our zip ties, and if your zip tie has a small enough head, you can feed them from the back. However, these do not, so we're gonna feed it through the front and then come back through the top. Right, and we're gonna put one of these in all of these outside holes. I personally would not want a sticker on the back. How tacky is that going to look for the customer going in and out of their door? Right? You wouldn't leave a big Hobby Lobby UPC label on the back, right? Annette, have you contacted customer service? Y'all, I don't know why I didn't start closing some of these as I was going. Do I like using the boards versus the wireframe? I think they both serve a different purpose. I have not used a wireframe to make a flower since probably 2017. I think this method is a lot quicker if you're trying to make a sunflower or any type of flower. All right, so y'all, as I was putting those in, I should have closed them. Now, whenever you do it, we're gonna close our zip ties just a little bit. Turn it upside down. Well, we could have done that if the zip tie heads were small enough to fit, like I mentioned. Now, don't make these too tight. Because we got to get our mesh in there. You've never seen me use a wireframe? Wilma, you must not watch very often. All right. Y'all, now we're going to take our green. We're going to fold it flat. I just do it where the curls pop up. Okay, then we're going to fold it corner to corner. Then we are going to take it and just ruffle our edges. On both sides so we get a nice little petal. All right. Then we're going to add the petals to all of the zip ties that we just added. All right. Now use your finger and put about 1 finger lift there. And give it a good tug. After you tug it, cut it off. And we're going to go all the way around. Don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube or in the How to Make Wreaths Facebook group, I can't see your comments. Michelle Redding, this is whenever you're supposed to like randomly walk in the warehouse and come make this for me. Y'all, I don't need yellow, I need green. Where can you buy the board? DecoExchange.com. Constance, you can put holly burlap on anything that you want. The only thing that I will tell you is holly burlap is a little expensive. So I tend to use it only where I really need it. You're surprised to see I use zip ties. I've only used the flower board with zip ties. Can you guys see that little bitty spider? We almost had to evacuate. When's the next sale? We have stuff for sale every day. Just go to DecoExchange.com. Next live sale? I don't know. I don't know that we have a whole lot of new product in. You live on DecoExchange.com? Sandy, me too, girl. Me too. We did just get a lot of really cute Valentine's Day ribbon in. A little late, but it's super cute. Trudy, I'm good. All right, we need 4 more pieces. And evidently I only cut 2 more. That's why I didn't unplug the wood burner. What did I do before DecoExchange? I worked in the oil and gas industry. I was a cost engineer. Alright, y'all, we gotta cut 2 more pieces. And while we're doing that, I'm gonna go grab all the yellow pieces that fell off the table. So we've got our tempered glass, got our mesh. We measure out about 10 inches. For some reason, it won't let me read your comment that says ordered 60919 in cart, then ordered additional items for don't know what. My cutting tool isn't close to that wire, it's attached to it. All right, that's our last green petal. Now I gotta go get our yellow petals. All right, so whenever you cut your poly burlap, just know that the closer you get to the center, the more your poly burlap is going to want to curl up. So I'm going to leave the tightest curled ones for the center of my flower, and I'm going to use the wider pieces on the outside. I'll go ahead and move this guy out my way. All right. Now, what I need to decide to do is if I'm going to use the shared holes for this one or these. So let's make one petal, same way, fold it tip to tip, and then ruffle these. Okay. Y'all, let's just go with the wires. Let's just go with the holes that are there. Let's not be creative. All right, so now we're gonna load our second row of holes, and I'm just gonna put zip ties in the holes that are close together. Sharing is caring, but I don't like to share. So no shared holes for me. It just sounds not appropriate. Not that kind of crafter. So here's the thing. If you use the holes that you're supposed to use, you'll use 8 petals. If you use the ones in between, you'll use 11. Either way, you will have enough with the one roll of yellow if you do the leaves all the way around. This is the large board. All right. So we've got our 8 all around there. What is that ding noise? That's people shopping in our Etsy shop. So yay for them. All right, now we're gonna add these petals right in here. Lori, you know what? As soon as we order them, I'm sure we'll have some in stock, but I don't know that me or Parker has reordered the board yet. I personally would not use the wood burner for all mesh, but that's just me. Pretty sure whatever's smoking off that plastic, I don't want to breathe. Am I going to order triangle boards on next order if we're sold out of them? So y'all, normally whenever I do the sunflowers, I only do a few green petals, but I was looking at a sunflower. I wish I would have brought it over here. And the sunflower stems are actually like the green leaves go all the way around the outside of the sunflower. So I was like, well, I guess I'll try that, see how it looks. Are the petals pre-cut? No, ma'am. You have to cut your own. Is there more of the 60919 coming in? I don't know, but if there is, if you're on my text message list, you'll be the first to know. Oh, you bought the paper mesh. So the paper mesh can be used. Just know that when it gets wet, it's going to look like a droopy flower. Joanne sold 6 wreaths today. Congratulations, Joanne. All right, so y'all, the way that she designed this board is that each layer of petals kind of offsets on the next row. So now you'll see like the 2 holes are here. So the next petal is going to sit right in between these. All right, so let's get our next 8 loaded. Y'all, I also just want to mention real quick that a really cheap store basically stole her patent idea and is selling a really cheap knockoff version of her flower board. Y'all, all I'm going to say is if you know that you're buying someone's stolen property, but you can't figure out why your business isn't successful, might be why. But you do what's in your best interest. That's all I'll say. All right, still just filling in these holes. All right, so the first round is going to be 16 petals. Holly, absolutely have the day you deserve. All right, so every other one going in is 8. So let's get our 8 petals. Fold it tip to tip. Yeah, Pam, if you follow just the basic pattern on these, they're kind of hard to mess up, especially with the holes being where, like, right where they're supposed to be. What's nice about this one is it's like the same motion over and over again, so you don't have to really think about it. Eleanor, yeah, this is only one roll of yellow mesh. Hey, Stacy. My day was busy. I was on consulting calls from 10 to 5:30. Tuesdays are my busy days with private clients. And then I was in the coaching group. We made the cutest little centerpiece. So if you're in the coaching group but you missed the live, go check it out. It was super quick and super cute. What would I charge for a wreath like this? So it cost about $30 to make it. So for this one, this size, I would charge about $90 plus shipping. Am I married? Basically. We got everything but the marriage license. Regina, did I get your text? I don't know. We get about 14,000 texts every 2 days, so I don't get to see all of them. The green is moss green, and I think I lied, olive green. It's RP810089. Y'all got the hiccups now. All right. Y'all, now we're going to go to the center. On the center, we're going to put, what the heck? We're going to put zip ties in the 2 holes that are supposed to be there and the shared holes. Okay, calm down. Y'all, the volume is off on my iPad, but it's still making noises. So in the very center, we're gonna have 8 petals here too. So on the very outside, we had 16, then we had 8, then we had 8, and we're gonna have 8 again. hopefully all these cha-chings are encouraging some of y'all to work in your Etsy shops, because people are shopping right now. What's that dinging noise? That's people checking out. It's the sound of money earned. Lori, here's the thing. I didn't even list all of them. I still have like 10 or 15 more that I need to list. Will the sun fade the burlap? The sun will fade everything but your skin and it'll make it darker. All right, so we've got all of those in there. Still gonna need that. All right. Now this, it gets a little tight in the center. Some of them may be cups, but they're not going to be signs in that Etsy shop. All right. Gonna just trim that down. Now I am gonna do every other one first, then I'm gonna come back and do the middle ones. Why? I don't know. That's what Mel told me to do, and that's just what I do. Stacy, I am not making pink, but I have a lot of pink in stock. You can get it, and they can make it. Connie. What? Connie. Y'all, Connie makes wreaths on the flower board all the time. So she should know how you price it. All right. We've got one more for that original layer. Y'all, if you were actually able to buy this kit, you were able to save a little bit of money, because I didn't even charge full price for all the materials if you got the kit. Hey, That's enough. All right. Y'all, now we're going to go back into those 4 that we skipped. Stop it. All right. Now we're going to take it, fold it, give it a good little pinch. And we're going to fill in those 4 that we skipped. Yo, I'm just glad that the warehouse team has to pack stuff and I don't have to. Carol, right? Will I have any more kits available? Okay, so I actually texted Parker before I went live and said, hey, people still want kits. We're sold out. Do we have enough material to make more kits? Y'all, and I didn't have any more zip ties. So you can go on the website and you can purchase the yellow poly burlap, the green poly burlap, a flower board, and a flower center, and definitely make your own. Tad more expensive than 90. So I only said 90 because I knew that I charged about $30 and it's supplies times 3. It's not, oh, let me make a number up in my head. It's supplies times your markup. My markup is times 3. So if it would have cost me 45, it would be 45 times 3. Does anyone else feel like I speak and people don't listen? Because I feel like we just talked about that ding for like 12 minutes. All right, we have 2 more yellow petals. Hey. If that one makes you feel any better, that was not Etsy, that was Shopify. That's Etsy. All right, our last yellow petal. Now look, I did not use the extra holes on our wreath. And the flower came out nice and thick. Tammy, I have shipped to 6,500 cities around the US so far in 2022, and not many of them are my neighbors. Just Miss Carol. Right? So stop trying to sell to people who don't want to pay your prices. Go find people that are willing to pay for your time and your effort and your product. Like, don't devalue yourself, your personal worth, or your product because your neighbor's cheap. Like, that's it. Can I show the back? Yeah. All right, now we're gonna find our flower center that we made earlier. Okay, tell me this. Can you walk into McDonald's and negotiate the price of their cheeseburger? No. Like, okay. Y'all, Kimberly is favoriting every single thing on Etsy right now. And why is it making noise? Volume is all the way off. And it's still making noises. I'm just gonna turn my iPad off because that's gonna get... Okay, so think about all the different places in town that sell hamburgers. Y'all, Kimberly's still getting after it. All the places in town that sells hamburgers, right? One place, McDonald's, has a double cheeseburger for $2.50. But I bet you have a restaurant in your town. I bet you have a restaurant in your town that sells a burger and fries for $19. Right? And you can choose to go get a $2.50 hamburger, or you can choose to go get a $19 hamburger. Kimberly's still getting it. Get it, Kimberly, get it. Y'all, I don't know if you guys can look. See that little gray bar? That's all of Kimberly's favorites. All right, so y'all, now we're gonna take our flower center that we did earlier and we're gonna just weave it through those two holes right there. Now look, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I can afford the $19 burger and the $2.50 burger, but sometimes I'm craving the double cheeseburger. Right? And sometimes when we go to a nice restaurant and everyone else gets steak and lobster, I overpay for a cheeseburger. Why? Because I want it. All right, we're gonna push this down nice and tight. We're gonna get it nice and twisted. All right, I'm gonna pull these center petals up just a little bit. Okay, y'all, now I'm gonna take my green petals and pull those up too. Now, your mesh is still gonna fray even though we use the wood burner. I don't know if you guys can see it, but right here there's a piece and it's gonna continue to fray until you stop touching it. So there's no savior. Zoom out so you guys can see the whole thing. All right, so finished. We are at 24 by 24, and it will be about 4 inches deep. Now I thought I kept the flower center paper to show y'all, but I don't guess I did. If you put in flower head or flower center on the website, you can pull these up. For the large wreath, I like to use the 6 to 7 inch flower head. You went to a large vendor event and this one vendor sold her wreath so cheap no one else could compete. I don't compete with other people, so you shouldn't either. This one leaf right here is a little janky, but hey, no flower's perfect. All right, y'all, thanks for hanging out. I would show y'all the centerpiece, but you guys are above my head, so you guys can't really see it. Look how cute. All right, you guys have a good night. Thanks for hanging out, and you can go get some supplies at